Architect SOMDEEP Chakraborty is an architect with masters from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. Currently, he is working as the OST, Department of Higher Education, Government of Tripura. He had also served as the Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Architecture at Tripura Institute of Technology, Narsingarh, which is affiliated with Tripura University, which is a central university.
Architect Chakraborty has a distinguished career in both academia and practice. He coordinated the Technical Education Quality Improvement Program 3 at TIT, a World Bank-funded project in collaboration with JADAVPUR University, from 2019 to 2021. Prior to his academic role, he also served as the Assistant Architect in the State Public Works Department of Tripura, contributing to several prestigious government projects within the state. With over 18 years of teaching experience, Architect Chakraborty has been a valued speaker for various organizations, including the PWD, Tripura, the Institution of Engineers, SHIPARD, and TSECL, BIZ and many more. He has also chaired sessions in national and international conferences in prestigious institutions like National Institute of Technology Patna and Agartala, etc.
Architect Chakraborty is an honorary member of Tripura Electricity Regulatory Commission and have significant contributions in the field of green infrastructure development. He is also a life member of Architects and Engineers Guild, India.
Very good afternoon, respected faculty members, the organizers from different organizations, and my dear students. So the last presentation were a wonderful presentation, in fact, a hardcore technical presentation. So this one is going to be a very light, just an introduction about the Northeastern architectural heritage of Northeast India. And this presentation is going to be an introduction to Northeast India and its architectural heritage only. So this is a very precise, and in case of any query, and definitely I am here, but still it will be better that after this presentation, if someone shows some interest to do some work in the Northeastern zone, and he will be most welcome. This presentation is for that only. So starting from, actually, heritage we mean, I'm addressing the students, the heritage we mean that what we inheriting from our ancestors. So from that point of view, it may be natural inheritance, it may be cultural inheritance, architectural inheritance, and so on. There are so many aspects attached to this architectural heritage. So from that point of view, if we start talking about Northeastern states, so this is the Northeast India, as we can see, and this is almost away from the mainland, just connected to this land through a chicken neck, which is only 22 kilometers wide. So this is a very critical condition what Northeast is facing. And these are some facts. Before we start showing the architectural condition, heritage condition, these are some facts that it has 5 international boundaries around it. It covers only 8% of the mainland, but it has the maximum mixed culture, ethnic cultures inhabiting within it. Now, if we see, there are 8 states. Some 7 are called 7 sister and 1 brother, which has been added later on, Sikkim. So these are 8 states which comes under the Northeastern zone. These are some important and interesting facts. You can call it a cultural inheritance, what we have inherited from our ancestors. The land of sunrise, we get the Northeastern states, the Arunachal is the easternmost part of India, which receives the first sunrise every day. The world's largest inhabited river island, Majuli, which is going to be listed in the UNESCO World Heritage list also. The second one is also the same, the smallest one. The cleanest village is there in Northeast. Almost 70% of world's orchid species are available within Northeast. Then this is the largest tea growing region in the world, okay, and largest floating lake we can see in this mid part, this one. This is the Loktak Lake. Very interesting. If you go Google it, then you can see there are a lot more treasures hidden within this lake. There are a lot more things, a lot more mysteries are there, and its areas of watershed increases from, it almost gets double during the rainy season. The Living Root Bridge, we all are aware of that, which is there in Meghalaya, and Krem Lia Pa, the Jayantia Hill, this is the cave, a network of cave of limestone. This is the longest in the world, approximately 30 kilometer in length. 30 kilometer, 30 kilometer. Now we can shift. This is the cultural inheritance what we have received. Some important facts that within this Northeast, 262,000 square kilometer of area, but it inhabited 200 plus ethnic groups. This is not possible in anywhere in the world. This is a very special thing about Northeastern states. There is no dowry system mostly. Most of the states are having no dowry system, sir. Northeast is musically mostly active. The matrilineal system is present there in Meghalaya. These are the unique things about Northeast. This is the only market in the world, and you can see which is run by the women. This Imam market, that means the mother's market, which is there in Imphal. Karang is the first village which was cashless economy, adopted cashless economy first time in our country. Sikkim, the first organic state. Most literate states after Kerala, Tripura and Mizoram. Kongthong is the singing village where people can communicate without uttering a word, but just by whistling, they can do this. And of course, India's oldest oil well, and so on. There are so many important or attractive things we can see in Northeast. So now coming to the historical inheritance, what we have, what the Northeastern people have inherited from their from the historical point of view. So Northeast is the place where 5 nations are around. So different mixture of people are staying there. This Tibeto-Mongolian, Tibeto-Burman, Chins and Kachins from China, Indo-Aryan Hindu, and this is called autochthons. These autochthons are also very special because they are the actual aboriginal from the motherland. They are the Garo and Khasis of Meghalaya. So these are the basic pattern where the mixture of all these inheritance actually coming together within this very small area of land. Parallelly, we can actually guess the major ruling forces, because ruling forces are also important when we try to assess the inheritance or try to assess the heritage or the cultural heritage or architectural heritage, because these are also different. The paradigm shift during the time, with course of the time, that is also important. These are the few dynasties which actually ruled along with the colonial rulers and some Islamic invasion in between. Northeast is the only place which could not be conquered by the Mughals after 17 attacks. I think we all are very much aware of this. Lachit Barphukan is the person who resisted Mughal multiple times, and now in National Defense Academy, the best cadet award is given in his name, Lachit Barphukan Award, and one statue is also placed within this campus. So this is the heritage of Northeast. Now we can see, I am not going long. So now we can see what are the historical happenings, important historical happenings went on during the Northeast from thousands of years. These are the important things where also during the World War II, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose also won a battle against the colonial forces in April 1944, I think it was. So ultimately, It was under, in the later stage, it was under British colonial control, and after that, when India got freedom, then ultimately one by one these states actually took birth, came into existence. So these are the main influential forces which have actually given the shape of the architectural heritage of Northeast. So in detail, in a very short, what we actually apparently understand about the architectural heritage, we can see once we think of architectural heritage, what comes in our mind? These are the things, some sites, some old sites, some monuments, some caves will be there. These are the things. And along with these, the Archaeological Survey of India, the UNESCO, and somewhere the state policies also would come in our mind when we talk about the architectural heritage. These are some UNESCO World Heritage Sites. 3 sites we are having within the Northeast, and 8 sites are proposed. It is there in the tentative list. Okay. Now, talking about the architectural inheritance, we can see that in northeastern states, we have 2 types of monuments, 2 types of architectural heritage. If we divide it, one is ruled by the Muslim ruler or Hindu ruler areas, and they have some monumental kind of architectural examples, and some non-monumental where the Buddhism and animism means the nature who pray to the nature only, natural god, and so on. And Arunachal Pradesh is mostly having both type of monuments. So some of the examples we can place, like for the state of Tripura, these are some existing, well-maintained and well-renovated places. But along with that, a lot of structures are there, which is not being taken care of properly. Some of them has been taken under control, or some of them has been protected, but maintenance and restorations are totally absent in most of the cases. These are some important, you can see the Buddhist structure is there, this Maharaja, Palace of Maharaja, and some kind of the waterways in between the running forces, these are also there. This is about the Assam. These are the well-maintained and well-protected sites. One of them is there, this Moidam. Moidam is there in World Heritage, already included in World Heritage sites. And these are the sites which are not being taken care of properly. But this has enough importance. And what we call this one, this Talatal Gar is having multiple caves and tunnels inside it. It was actually used for military use. Military used to get into it, and they used to spread all over the district through the tunnels and all. And it is said that the Vietnamese, who they used their tactics against the Americans, actually they visited this place before applying that thing. So how rich the technology is. And some of the architectural heritage of Manipur, where this particular thing we can see, it actually resembles the one of the most oldest structure, which we call Stonehenge or Menhir type world structure. We can be resembled to that particular time of period of time. These are some structures which is mixed of some monumental and some this ordinary structures, but having enough importance of because these carry a great part of historical stories. So we can also consider those as for restoration and proper observation. So ultimately, what we see that the restoration is very much very much wanted, very much required at this point of time to carry with our historical heritage and historical importance. And ultimately, if we what steps we can take, we can preserve, we can sensibly restore the structures, we can promote the tourism so that the economy is being generated time to time, and some alternative communication we should make. that not only one way, the different way also, it should be, awareness should be created properly, encourage traditional celebration and detailed study of community and cultures so that none of is left to be extinct in future. So it's all about the today's story. So if there is any question, you can ask. Thank you.